Adaptation in Plants, lesson number 7 for class 4. Alright, so adaptation in plants. Alright, first of all, let us know the meaning. What is adaptation? Adaptation is a process or change of an organism or species to become better suited to its environment. Alright, how the species or an organism, alright, adapt to its environment. So, well, first of all, before I go to the lesson, let us ask a question to ourselves. Alright, first of all, let us think that wherever you will go, you will find some plants and animals. But the plants and animals living in different places, they differ from each other. The plants and animals found in the desert of Rajasthan are very much different from those found in the mountains of Kashmir. Alright, so why do you think this is so? You think and try to answer by yourself. Alright, so now let us go through your lesson. What is adaptation? Alright, you have learned that many plants and you have learned about that many plants and animals are living things. Alright, they need food, water, shelter, air, and the right climate to survive, isn't it? So plants also need the right type of soil to grow in. Plants and animals live in different places. They live in cold places, dry places, as well as hot places also. They also live in rivers and lakes and in the salty water of the oceans. Each place has its own challenges. Alright, plants and animals living in certain place. Plants and animals living in certain place survive. Alright, they survive because they have adaptation suitable to the conditions of that place. So, for example, you can say what is when you want to clear about the concept, what is it? Adaptation. For example, fishes have gills. Fishes have gills to breathe air dissolved in water. Alright, they cannot survive outside the water. As well as the cacti can survive in the desert because they can store water into their stem. Alright, you can go to your book, page number 49 of your lesson number 7, Adaptation in Plants, page number 49, where they have given these examples. Alright, the leaves of a water lily, okay, plants that lives in water are thin and big and float in water. They look very different from the leaves of cactus plant, which are like sharp needles. Alright, similarly, a fish living in water has a different body structure compared to animals living on land. Okay, so now you can go to the different types of plants are there. Okay, you can say terrestrial plants, alright, terrestrial plants, aquatic plants, insectivorous plants. So now terrestrial plants, alright, what is a terrestrial plants? Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants depending on the condition in which they live. Now, inside these terrestrial plants, there are different types of plants. Number 1, you can say, number A, alright, plants in desert. Now, plants in desert, you all know that most of the soil in desert is dry. There is very little water as it rarely rains there, isn't it? Yet plants live and survive in desert. Now, the roots of desert plants are adapted to take in whatever water is available. Alright. For example, cactus plant, you all know that the cactus plant can be adapted in a desert place. Plants like the cactus have roots that spread out just under the surface of the soil. The mesquite bush, alright, that is written in your book, the mesquite bush, kikar, also known as a kikar, has a root that can grow down to more than 20 meters in search of water. So in this way they can survive. The plants in desert can survive even though there is no water because the roots of the plants, they go deep into the surface of the land. Now, so the cactus stores water in its stick stem, alright? When there is no rain, the cactus uses the water in its stem. Instead of the leaves, the thick green stem of the cactus makes food. So this is how the cactus plant can survive in a place where there is no water due to the less rainfall. So number B is plants in the hills. Alright, plants in the hills, like for example the places like Uttaranchal, Himachal Pradesh and Kashmir, the weather is very cold and sometimes they experience snowfall also. So the trees that grow there, they have to survive the cold and snow. So they are usually tall and straight. Instead of flowers, they have cones, okay, and are therefore called conifers. Cones. It means the seed of the tree is in the shape of a cone, alright, and it's having a very needle-like shape. So conifers have needle-like leaves. Okay, the leaves is also like a needle in this way. Needle-like leaves that are tough and can survive the cold and snow. Because of the needle-like leaves and the cones with the seed, they can survive the snowfall. Here, conifers have needle-like leaves that are tough and can survive the cold and snow. The sloping shape of the trees makes the snow fall off them easily, and because of the sloping of the leaves, alright, the snowfall is very easy to slide down. And the trees like pine trees, the pine, spruce, cedar and fir are conifers. They do not shed all their leaves at the same time and look so green throughout the year. They are therefore called evergreen trees. Okay. So now number C is plants in the plains. Plants in the plains. Alright, plants in the plains. The trees growing in the plains have lots of spreading branches. Trees like the banyan, peepal, mango tree grow in the warmer climate, but as well as some trees are there where they grow in places that is hot and dry. Teak, tamarind, rubber, coconut, pepper, tea, coffee and sugarcane grow well in this type of climate where there is heavy rainfall. Some of the trees are evergreen and some are deciduous. Deciduous trees means some of the trees are there that shed their leaves during the winter to protect themselves from cold. And again during the springtime, they grow new leaves. So those kind of trees are called as a deciduous trees. Okay, now number D is plants in marshy place. Alright, marshy places. Alright, now marshy place means what? The place that have clay soil, alright, and they have plenty of water that cannot dry, or you can say that cannot drain out. So, for example, like mangrove trees grow in such a marshy or swampy places. The roots do not get air as water covers the soil. Alright, the roots, for example, this is the mangrove tree. Alright, the roots cannot take in the air because there are plenty of water and the water is covering the soil. Okay, so therefore they have roots that grow above the soil. They have roots that grow above the soil like this. Okay, above the soil, they have, these roots are called breathing roots. The roots do not get air as the water covers the soil. Therefore, they have roots that grow above the soil. They have roots that grow above the soil. Because of this is known as a breathing roots, because the tree cannot breathe air inside the soil, but instead they breathe the air above the soil. So because of that, it's known as a breathing roots. So now, that was all about the terrestrial plants, and now let us move on to the next topic, that is aquatic plants. Alright, the plants that grow in water are called as the aquatic plants. Aquatic means water, you can say. The plants that grow in water are called aquatic plants. And under the aquatic plants, there are three different types of plants, that is floating plants, fixed plants, and underwater plants. Now the first one is floating plants. You can say water lettuce or water lily, you can also say, because this is the water, for example, and the water lettuce, or you can say, it floats up of the water. Alright, it floats freely above the water, on top of the water. So this is a type of floating plants. As you all have seen lotus, they have a plate-like leaves that float on the surface of the water. Alright, the stomata of the leaves is on the upper side, and the stem is very hollow and light. This helps the leaves to float on the water. So the stems are also flexible. Okay, the stems are also flexible. They bend with the flow of water. If the water is flowing in this way, the stem can bend it. And make sure that the leaves are always above water, whether the level of water rises or falls in the water body. So this is all about the fixed plants, alright, where the roots of the plant get fixed in the bottom of the pond or lakes. Next is underwater plants. Next is underwater plants. We all understand that underwater means the plant which is under the water. Like for example, hydrilla and tap grass, okay, live completely underwater. They are called submerged or underwater plants. They have narrow, thin leaves with no stomata, okay, that is inside the water. They grow in this way inside up under the water, and they have no stomata. The plants breathe through their body surface. Okay, the plants breathe through their body surface. The plants absorb the carbon dioxide given out by animals living in the water. The stems are flexible and have air spaces. Now, the third one is insectivorous plants. We already finished about terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. Now the third one is insectivorous plants. What is insectivorous plants? Alright, some plants are there that grow in soil that is poor in mineral, and to get that mineral they trap or they eat insects. Alright, such type of plants is known as the insectivorous plants that eat or trap insects. Some examples are there. This is the example of a Venus flytrap. Flytrap, and this is the pitcher plant. You all have heard before the name of these insectivorous plants, Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. The Venus flytrap has leaves that is half folded, alright, and when any insect sit on the leaves, the two halves close shut, and then the insect is then digested by the leaves. So this is what the Venus flytrap is. Now the last topic is fungi. Okay, they grow on other substance or dead organisms. They cannot produce their own food. For example, you can say mushroom. Alright, mushroom is a fungi because they grow on other substance or dead organism, and they do not produce their own food. So this is all about of your lesson, adaptation of plants, and the exercises, the notes for your exercises will be given in your MyD app. So students, you study at home, don't waste your time. Thank you.
Stay home, stay safe, do it for yourselves, do it for your family, do it for India. Let's break the chain of COVID-19. Hum honge kamyab. Jai Hind.